can you show us how all of this is weaved in the hotel operations? Because so many spas are working with hotels, either because they are the spa of the hotel brand. In this example, I've seen the logo of Mandarin Oriental quite a few times, but sometimes the spa is ran by a third party. And we've seen many, for instance, Hilton hotels that have decided to outsource this, and therefore they still want to be able to bill the client in the hotel room. So how does this work with the PMS?
Absolutely. Good point, Jean-Guy. In fact, a lot of spas that's attached to hotels, most of them are independent. The rare cases is where it's a corporate entity. And one of the attraction, I think, that the hotel sells to the spa, that they charge them premium for that ability, is the fact that they have a ready supply of guests. Because the hotel, it's a captive audience, the guests are there. And if we can make it in such a way that the spa can market the services to the guests before they arrive. So it's important. A lot of software, what they do, they only allow the spa to do room charges. And the problem with that is it's too late, because the guest is already in the spa and they've actually had a spa treatment, and all they want to do is charge it to their room. What Klickbook does, it allows you to do bi-directional processing. So every time a guest makes a booking or a reservation in the PMS, in the hotel system, that information automatically flows into Klickbook. So now the spa is now aware of the availability. Now you can start doing proactive marketing, because you know that I've got 200 guests. There's so many benefits to that. You can plan your staff, because based on your experience over, mining your data, when the hotel is booked at whatever capacity, you get you get a certain percentage of that. So now you can start planning your staffing, because ahead of time when a guest is coming in. I know Imran is coming in there for December 1st. And when I look at my December, and one of the cool things with that ability as well is, so for example, there's an event happening in the city. You're not aware of the event, but the hotel capacity will let you know what's happening in the city, because there's Olympics happening. That's a big event. Hotels are getting booked up. Wouldn't it be nice to know, for you to be aware of what the hotel capacity is? Because now you can start targeting, not just targeting the guests, but yield manage the guests. Because all of a sudden it's supply and demand. The capacity is high. Therefore, you can adjust the yield management, the stuff that we looked at originally, to change the pricing based on the capacity of the hotel. Now, the guest is not aware of what the pricing is. The system takes care of it. Once they see the capacity is at 80%, automatically that service is $100 is now $200. So now you can actually maximize your revenue based on the hotel. So let me show you how Klickbook does that. So now, what I'm looking at now is the hotel component. You look at the reservation that I was talking about earlier. If we look at the, let me refresh this. Oh yeah. So now all these reservations, because I don't have right. So right now, if this is Infor PMS, we support a number of PMSs: Infor, Opera, Micros, WebRes. We support a significant amount of property management system. So in this case, these are reservations that were made within Infor for this demo. They automatically flow into Klickbook. So now, and what we also allow you to do is we allow you to tie a room rate to a package or a service. So you are allowed to map the services, because maybe you have a deal with the hotel to say, for a room rate of $400, we will offer the guest access to our facility. We'll access to a yoga class or a massage or whatever that service is or package is. So what we allow you to do is map the hotel code, the room rate, to that to whatever service you want to attach to it. So the hotel doesn't need to be aware of it, but that will be a conversation you would have with the hotel to map that. So when the guest checks in, when the reservation flows over, we automatically pull those services in to that rate. So when the guest shows up at your front desk and they say, okay, Imran, you're here, you're staying at a hotel. I see you're staying in a hotel, your room 905. They look at your reservation. Now, this is not even going across to the PMS. All this information came over from the PMS. So it makes creating a guest profile really simple because you don't have to re-enter all that information. It's already pulled over from Klickbook, from the PMS into Klickbook. Some of the main advantages there as well is if someone cancels their room in the PMS and they had a booking in your spa, it'll automatically cancel that booking. So now you maximize, you're managing your no-shows because the guest is not showing up at a hotel. Chances are they're not showing up at your spa. So we manage that relationship, that anything that happens in the PMS flows into Klickbook. If they change their names or their phone, any entity they change in PMS, Klickbook is aware of it. So in this case, I'm going to look at their packages that they have. If there was a package map, it will show up in here. So now this guest has no package. So what I'm going to do, now I know this is a hotel guest, I'm going to book them for a package. You basically click on the book. And now you're into selecting the service. So we went from the hotel system into the spa system without a sweat. It's so seamless that it went from PMS into hotel. Now the guest has a really good experience because they're seeing the transparency of it, that, you know, I stayed at a hotel, I came to the spa, I don't have to fill out any forms, I don't have to explain who I am, explain to them I stay at a hotel. They're aware of it. So we manage that guest experience really, really significantly. So in this case, let me just quickly select a service. I'm going to select, let's say, deep tissue massage. And you know what it also does? One of the really cool things is it automatically filters the dates based on the stay dates. So this guest was staying for 1 day. So now it has the intelligence. So if this guest was staying for 3 days, this range will be 3 days. Now that you as a staff, because remember this is on the staff end, they're aware of the availability of those days. So now they can tell the guest, listen, today we have it. And now the guest is able to make that decision because they're there for 3 days. Now they can plan their itinerary. So we filter the dates of the services based on their stay dates that we know they're staying at a hotel. So it has those intelligence that now the staff doesn't have to ask the guest, so how long are you staying? When are you leaving? They're aware of it. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly search.
Brilliant.
And now it's going to go ahead and find me all the availability of that service for that day. Now here I am. So now it shows me all the availability. Now the staff is able to tell the guest, listen, we've got lots of openings. We got 12. Now the guest is saying, oh yeah, you know what? I'm having dinner I want to have the 2 hour before the massage. I want to take the 8:30. And look what happens next. It goes directly into the booking now, right? So now we've selected what I want to, we've selected service. I saw my availability, and now I'm going to book that appointment. It goes in, see, automatically filled in the customer. It brought this over from the guest. It brought over the service. Now these are my options. Look what happened. The system automatically scanned the database. And it says, okay, for this service, there's green. These green dots mean, yep, good to go. But you as a staff can override this. You know what? For this one, this guest really, they're a VIP guest. Therefore, I want to change the therapist. I want to give them a different therapist. I want to give them Ziggy. You change the therapist here. Confirm. Now, Ziggy is now the therapist, because you wanted to give them a better experience based on, you know, whatever knowledge the staff has. You click confirm. And now here's those add-ons again. Now we're upselling all the time. Now you're talking to the guests, you know, while you're having massage, what we recommend is this iPad, a cool iPad. And you explain the reason why they should get, say, oh yeah, for $25, I'm going to get it. And you know what? Why don't you get the CBD oil as well? You say, yeah, I'll take both of them. Next. Again, now this is important. So now this is unlimited as well. This is important on the display part of the appointment, because at a glance, you want to be able to, your staff, to know the specificity of that appointment. And you can create as many tags as you want. And it's as dynamic as this. You basically, I want to add a new tag, because you know what? I want to be able to know if this is a hotel guest. So I want to track this. You assign a color. I'm going to choose a nice yellow so it sticks out. A yellow. There we go. I'm going to save this. So now I've got it. You can add as many tags. I just got a tag created. And in a section, now I'm going to tag this appointment. Now this here is a VIP. And it's also a hotel guest. Those are my two things I want to talk about. Again, these are available. Any recommendation, any suggestions, all available here. You can do standing appointments. So let's say they're there for 3 days and they want to have this appointment every day because you know what? They're really stressed. They want to have this massage, deep tissue every day for 3 days. So you go ahead and you actually create the, let me go here.
Itinerary.
Yes, you build out your itinerary. So now when we're done, you basically click book. So we went from the hotel to selecting the service availability into the booking without leaving the screen. Everything flowed so beautifully. It started from that guest making that reservation, the PMS, and now the spa is now fully aware of everything that happened in that process. So now that appointment is booked, and now you can go ahead and book any additional appointments that you want for that guest.